do you get your CAS letter? Once you've met all of the conditions and you go unconditional with us, you will then receive an email from our colleagues in the admissions team. That email will ask you to confirm your details. So watch your inbox and wait for that email. It usually comes around 3 months from the course from your start date, or any time after that once you go unconditional. So look out for that email. It will say, is this information correct? Yes or no. You need to follow the instructions on that email. Once we get your details, we will then do some work in the background and ask you to wait about 10 working days, and then you will be sent your CAS letter, confirmation of acceptance study letter. So keep your eye out for the email, follow the actions, wait for your CAS. Simple as that. Okay? The next step you need to do is think about when you are going to travel to the UK. So 1 month before your course start date is the longest, so it has to be within a month of the course start date. It doesn't need to be the exact date on your CAS letter. You can update it nearer the time. So put the date you think you are going to travel to the UK. We suggest welcome weekend, which is around the 23rd of September. But some of you may want to visit relatives or friends or family or in other parts of the UK before, so it doesn't have to be that weekend. If you do change your plans, you don't need to tell us, okay? You can tell if you want to, but you don't need to. And you can update your CAS document. It's a live document, so you can update it once you know the date you're definitely going to be travelling. So some key things for you to remember. And again, I will share this, so you will have all of this to review when you get home. June and July, you're going to start doing your CAS paperwork. You're going to wait for the letter from the university, check your details, fill out the form, send it back, wait for your CAS. In August, you'll hopefully get your CAS letter, you'll get your CAS confirmation. You can then start applying for your student visa. You apply online for your student visa. You do need to book an appointment to go and visit the Visa Assessment Centre. But wait, they will invite you to make that appointment. So just wait for their response to you. And then your visa gets processed. In September, you're going to look at then travelling to the UK. So wait until you've got the dates and your visa's all confirmed before you book your travel. Welcome week begins on the 23rd of September, and in-person enrolment is from the 17th. So most people arrive in that welcome weekend period. Once you then arrive at the university, there's various tasks that you have to do. I'm going to go into each of those in a little bit more detail. One of those tasks is enrolment. One of those is your biometric paperwork. And one of those is your in-person meeting about your documents. There's some details there for you. I'll share that quickly. If anybody is worried about the visa, the confirmation of acceptance letter, there's 2 places I will direct you for support. One is to the fantastic team at UK Star. You've got their details all written in kind of Mandarin on your documents. So please go and ask them if you need support with your visa. Alternatively, the University of Warwick has an immigration service, and you can go and ask them for support. They run a live chat, so it's a one-to-one live chat online. You can go and ask them for information and support. They've got lots and lots of information on their web pages as well, so we'll send you this. What the immigration team can do is give you advice, help you understand the process, support you with the registration, and help you through the weekly live chats. What they can't do for you is do the application. Okay? So some bits they can't process payments for you, but they can advise on the process. Once you get to the end of this, you will get a visa. Now, if you have perhaps studied in the UK before, or if you know somebody that has, when they get their passport and their visa, they have a sticker in it. You won't get that because you're part of the e-visas. Okay, so your visa is going to be a digital visa, and you will get a code fabric is create a set of videos, quizzes, resources for you to use before you actually arrive to help set you up for success during your time as a student with us. It's open access, which means that offer holders can start this success course before you arrive on campus. Some of you are nodding, so I think some of you may have already started this. There's 4 units of work. The first unit is about preparing for life in the UK. So that's a little bit about the visa application, a little bit about part-time jobs, setting yourself a budget, what to expect. Module 2 is about adapting and managing expectations. What's the etiquette like in the UK? What social situations might you encounter? What's culture shock like in the UK? It's a very different culture, so it'll just help you understand a little bit about what to expect. Also got module 3, and that's about understanding academic terminology, so communicating with academic members of staff or faculty. It's discussing skills that support your language fluency. A lot of group work that I've already mentioned, so it's going to introduce you to some group work techniques, but also just building your professional skills and network. And then module 4 is about looking after yourself, so thinking about your health, your well-being, your mental health, having healthy relationships, perfectioning and managing social situations. It's more about well-being and support. And we do recommend that you work through all 4 of these units. They are going to set you up to have a fantastic experience when you arrive and what's next. I sometimes wish someone would do this for me in my job, because currently this week I went to Beijing last week, I'm in Taiwan today, I'm going to South Korea tomorrow, and then I'm visiting Japan a few days later. And there's so many social situations. I don't know whether I can order an Uber or whether I have to pay cash for a taxi. I don't know whether I should get WeChat or whether another social network works. And that's what this module is all about. It's about helping you prepare and understand what you're going to face when you arrive. And so I definitely recommend you do some of these modules, get used to the way of being in the UK. We've also got some tailored advice and guidance for your career as well. I won't go into that a little bit more later on. But what do you want to do? Getting a part-time job if that's something you're interested in, how to go about doing that. And then exploring life after you finish studying as well, so what might future look like, and going on from there, some essential information as well. So very briefly on warrant accommodation, can I get a sense, put your hand if you've already decided or sorted out your kind of accommodation. You know, maybe you've applied for it already. Put up your hand if you haven't thought about accommodation and don't know anything about it. It's okay. Put up your hand. A few people. Okay. That's fine. Good. Welcome. You're already learning those expectations of a great place. Be honest. So boring accommodation, basically we have accommodation on campus, and we also have accommodation where we partner with private companies off campus. So we have lots of accommodation. And as I said, it's very accessible universities, it's easy to get to. Some of the benefits about using Warwick accommodation is it's on campus. You can roll out of bed 20 minutes before you have to be in class, and you can be in class, and you can get your bubble tea on the way. It's coffee, it's fun. You're also going to build friendship networks, because everybody in your accommodation is going to be Warwick students. Some of the private rented accommodation, you might find that you're living with students who perhaps study at Coventry University as well, or perhaps some of the other local universities. So actually, you've got benefits of expanding your network even further. The campus accommodation is safe and supported. We have 24-hour security on campus. If you lock yourself out of your bedroom, or you lose your key, or you are worried about something, or the sink breaks and there's water coming out of the wall, we've got support on hand to help you cope with it, okay? All your bills are included, your Wi-Fi, gas, electric, water, you don't need to Uber or a taxi or a bike or walk, you are on campus already, so you can save time and efficiency. Accommodation is open